G'day folks, thanks again for tuning in. Today we're filming at Carpet Town located in West Pennant Hills. Ken and his team have been in business for 2 years and offer floor coverings such as carpet, timber and laminate, and even window coverings from blinds to shutters. Ken runs an amazing business and has a real passion for what he does. We talk about his journey and what's next for the business on the podcast, so make sure you tune in. Diving back into the market, and Sydney continues to go from strength to strength. Last weekend, there were 815 properties that went to auction and a preliminary clearance rate of 74%, which puts us well into a seller's market. This time last year, we were sitting at the exact same figure. However, there were 20% more properties that went under the hammer, which is more typical for the spring selling season. We feel this year is going to be a late run into Christmas. Typically, we'd continue listing properties up until early November, but after conversations with some sellers, it seems that this year could run a little later and even into December, providing some relief for buyers that are screaming for more stock. So what's next for the market? A big change is the axing of responsible lending laws in an effort to boost the economy. The government will dump the law that was imposed by the Rudd Labor government in 2009, which will allow a shift from lender beware back towards the traditional borrower beware. The simplification will remove the Australian Securities and Investments Commission from enforcing the responsible lending rules for banks and other mainstream lenders, while bolstering ASIC's oversight of payday lenders for vulnerable borrowers. In a red tape reduction, banks and many non-bank lenders will be policed under less prescriptive prudential lending standards currently overseen by APRA, while eliminating the stricter ASIC lending rules. The deregulation responds to concerns of banks and Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe that following the Hayne Banking Royal Commission and ASIC's pursuit of Westpac, banks became too conservative and squeezed the flow of credit. Greater emphasis on self-responsibility means that lenders will not be penalised if borrowers mislead on their loan applications, enabling banks to rely on income and expense information provided by borrowers and speeding up the credit approval process. Treasurer Josh Frydenberg said the most significant reforms to credit rules in a decade would increase the flow of credit to households and businesses, reduce the red tape and strengthen protections for vulnerable consumers. At the moment, obtaining finance is a long process. However, with record low interest rates and a threat for them to drop even further, these changes will no doubt improve the already strong Sydney property market. The flip side to this is the impact on the rental space. We're finding that some tenants are making the decision to buy rather than rent as repayments are so low, forcing longer than normal vacancy times. Although, in our last 5 advertised rental properties, we've managed to lease them with an average of 6 days on the market, with 4 out of 5 leasing above the asking price, showing that there's still good competition if properties are advertised correctly. That's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out our podcasts to support the amazing businesses behind them and what makes our community so great. Until next week, take care.